Okay, my first quote is from 5.2. Your culture is like mental software that helps you understand the world. Like the software and operating system in a computer, your culture provides a framework that shapes the messages you send and receive every day. I chose this quote because, well, I found it very interesting, the fact that I'm a computer nerd. But I think the author is saying that, we're all made up of different elements, as in we all have, our own beliefs and views and values that we have been kind of added on and taught as we've grown up. So just like a computer, you can add memory, or you can add a new hard drive with more room and all that stuff. It's the same thing. You're just adding more on. So the more we learn, the more we do, the more we can adapt, the more we can change, the more, it's just the way we are. So it's what we're made of. It's our, we have our culture, we have our own beliefs, and we have our own, backgrounds that we've been developed as we get older. I know a lot of the things that are traits in me now come from what I've learned when I was in the Air Force, and then what I've learned in school, but all of that has come together and it's created me the way I am now versus the way I used to be when I was, say in high school. It's, 20 years is a lot. So it's, that experience is what is really, added to that framework. My second quote is from 5.3.1. Exchanging compliments is a way to relate and connect with another person. I feel the author is saying that you need to be just as willing to give out a compliment as you are to wanting to receive compliments. You can't just expect someone to always compliment you. You need to be able to give, just as much as, you would like to have. It's always nice to get a compliment, but there are those times where it's really nice, in my opinion, to give a compliment. So I'd rather hear positive critiques and feedback rather than a negative, and so that's where, compliment can go all directions. You use compliments a lot more rather than saying, oh, you did a horrible job here, or you didn't do this right, or whatever. Instead, you can say what they did do right, what, they did do positively, rather than that negative connotation. So now for chapter 6. So 6.1. One of the more important relationships that you have at work is the one you have with your manager or supervisor. This one, I believe the author is saying that if you don't have a good relationship with your manager or supervisor, you're not going to enjoy working. You're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to perform well. You're not, it's just a job. You don't want that. I mean, I don't want that. I want a career. I want something that, I had a really good career at one time when I was in the Air Force, and, life happened. I had a son. I was a single mom, so I got out. There isn't a day that I don't think about it. What if I was still in, I would be going on 20 years now. So I don't know, it's one of those, you think about. But one of the things with that relationship is I had with, my supervisor when I was in mobility was amazing. Actually, I had multiple supervisors. I had my supervisor and then his supervisor, but it was still, that chain of command, and I had a great relationship. I could talk to them about anything. I could, pour my heart out. They were like extra parents for me. I was in North Dakota and my family was here in Spokane, and I was by myself with my son, and I knew that they were the people I could go to if I needed anything. And so I had a great relationship with mine, and it helped me enjoy my work and enjoy, just being there and interacting. And it wasn't, I didn't think of it as just a job. Well, I'm doing my job. I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it as, I get to go hang out with some really awesome people. So that's what I feel, it's good to have. I'm hoping that when I eventually get a job again, career, hopefully, that I'll have a good relationship with a good manager or supervisor. So my last quote is from 6.4. So regardless of your conflict style, there are times when you need to adapt your style because of the situation. This is really important. I mean, you have the 5 conflicts. So you have avoider, accommodator, compromiser, collaborator, and competitor. I myself, I honestly, I don't know what I am. I'm probably an accommodator at times. I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. If I don't really like conflict all that much. I get really stressed and anxious. I have horrible anxiety. So I'd rather get through, what I can without having to, really, I don't want to do the fighting. So, even approaching the conflict is hard at times because I have that fear of, just, I don't know, being wrong, being yelled at, having the person just hate me. I don't know. It's one of those. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings ever, which is hard. I'd rather, I would like to be that compromiser, work together and work things out. That's usually what I try to do. But yeah, I'm kind of a combination of them. I have avoided conflict, but most of the time when it comes to conflict, I am definitely in there 110%. I'm going to be fighting all the way, of what I believe. And I don't know. It's just one of those where, if it's something I really feel strongly about, I'm going to fight. If it's something I don't care as much about, I probably won't. I'll probably just be like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But that's, I don't know. That's what I believe. But I do believe that it's important to be able to change for those people, work with them, see through their eyes, are they an avoider? You want to approach that with, kid gloves almost, if you have an actual avoider who, in conflict, because you don't want to just go in there just attacking them, because then they're really going to withdraw even more, and then you're not going to resolve anything. Then you have those competitors. I think a competitor is a hard one because they're definitely going to come attacking, and so you got to be strong and be, don't let them, take advantage of you for one thing, and don't let them get, everything they want just because they're the powerhouse, or they have, that influence over you. Don't let that happen. You need to still fight for what you believe no matter what. So those are my 4 quotes. Hopefully look forward to everybody else's. Good luck, you guys.